Great time to be doing a skincare video when I have a giant zit on my face right there. Today's video is going to be about my current everyday skincare routine, and I also wanted to update you on my Differin experience. Back in December, my dermatologist prescribed this Differin 0.1% adapalene cream, and I've been using it since. I use it at night. So when I get to the evening portion of my skincare routine, I'm going to go more in depth about this, but this has since gone over the counter in the United States. In Canada, you still need a prescription for it, but a lot of people are inquiring about it, so I thought that it would be useful if I share my experience and any tips that I have. Before we get into the nighttime and the Differin, I am going to share with you the products that I've been using in the morning. For cleansing, I have either been using no cleanser if my skin was looking fine and if my skin wasn't feeling particularly oily or anything like that. I've literally just been using water to rinse my face. If I wake up and I'm looking a little bit haggard, I will use this cleanser. I love this cleanser so much. It's the Oskia Cleansing Gel. I use about 1.5 pumps, 2 pumps of this, massage it all over my face. I love the smell of it. It's a gel that turns into an oil and it rinses clean, but I do like to use a warm washcloth to remove this cleanser because I feel like it helps exfoliate my skin a bit, and I would recommend it to anyone. It's really good for all skin types. After I cleanse, I will go in with a serum. For the past 6 months, I had been using the Kat Burki Rosehip Revitalizing Serum. This is a wonderful product. It has vitamin C in it, it has rosehip seed oil in it, and a little goes a long way. It's a small bottle, it's a super expensive product, but I use this every single day and I only need a pump for the whole face. The bad news is I can feel it running out and I want to kind of try something else before I go back to this. I would repurchase this. It's a beautiful product, but I kind of want to change it up, switch it up for a little while. And I have started incorporating the Copaiba and Zinc Blemish Balancing Serum into my routine. I've actually never tried zinc in skincare, which is crazy because zinc is supposed to be like one of the best ingredients for calming down the skin, and it's supposed to be really good for acne prone skin people. So this is the Pi serum. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks. It smells like mushrooms. It smells very weird, but you know, Pi is a natural brand. Their main concern is people with sensitive skin. So you'll never find anything too harsh in their products. You will never find anything that's not naturally sourced. They also don't use any synthetic fragrance in their products, hence the weird mushroom scent. For daytime moisturizer, for the most part, I've been using the Kat Burki Vitamin C Face Cream. This is like the best day cream I've ever used in my life. I love it so much. It has vitamin C in it, but it doesn't have the L-ascorbic acid form of vitamin C, which is like the really volatile, very reactive, pure form of vitamin C. It has a vitamin C derivative, which is why it is more stable. I still don't love the jar packaging, but other than that, it's beautiful. I love the way it makes my skin feel, and it has definitely helped brighten my face. It has this beautiful light whipped texture. It sinks into the skin right away. It doesn't leave any sort of greasy residue, and it just makes my skin feel really comfortable. So I would highly recommend this if you have like combination normal skin. If you have very dry skin, this will not be moisturizing enough. And if you have very oily skin, which I still do sometimes I wake up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, what is happening? The oil glands are just having a big party. It's time to kind of bring in the oil control, and then I will just use this instead. This is the APTO Sebum Optimizer Day Lotion. This is wonderful. I have never heard of this skincare brand before. They contacted me a couple months ago and asked me if I'd like to try their products. I looked at their site and this caught my eye, so I requested to try this product, and I love it. It smells so good. It kind of smells like Giorgio Armani foundation. You know, that sweet, clean scent. All you need is 1 pump of this. On the website, it's described as a gel, but I definitely would not describe this as a gel. This is more of a liquid lotion slash essence texture. It's a very lightweight lotion, and the fact that it has such a liquidy texture makes it super easy to blend. Like I said, I only need 1 pump of this. I work it onto my face, and then this works beautifully under makeup. If I'm having a really greasy skin day, this definitely helps keep my oils at bay. We're heading towards summer. I have included an SPF 50 in my routine, and I've just been using this one every single day. I love the texture of it. It's so lightweight and easy to spread. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. It has a very faint herbal scent, and it's the Clarins UV 50, the oil-free translucent sunscreen. I think they make a tinted version of this as well. You shake it up, you apply a generous amount. It takes a couple of minutes to sink into the skin, but once it's there, it doesn't leave a white cast or anything like that, and makeup glides right on afterward. For eye cream, during the day I use this vbeaute Eye Lube. I have mentioned this before. This is like the gift that keeps on giving. I thought that I was going to run out of it back when I did like my last skincare routine in November. It's a serum, it's lightweight, I really like it, but I think the company went out of business. I don't think you can get this product anymore. I'm not a big fan of traditional eye creams. I don't have a particularly dry under eye area. I just want something light and hydrating. About once or twice a week after cleansing in the morning, I will use an exfoliating product, and ever since I started using different, I've had to stop using all of my acid products. Even cleanser with salicylic acid in it would burn my face. My skin became extremely sensitive, so I just discontinued using all acid products. Even the First Aid Beauty facial radiance pads would burn my face. Just now in the last month, I'm slowly starting to incorporate exfoliating products into my routine, but nothing crazy, just like once or twice a week. And I want just something to kind of take care, melt that dead skin away, and just kind of help my skin cell renewal. I have been using this and I really like it. I mentioned it last time I did my skincare routine video. It's a product I've been enjoying for the last year, and it's the AmorePacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. This is an extremely gentle product, but it's also very efficient. If you ever get any sort of flaky skin after breakouts, or if you have any peeling going on from a retinol product, this is a great product for getting rid of that dead skin. It's a powder, so you just take, you take it out, you put it in your hand, you mix it in with a little bit of water, it kind of creates a creamy texture. I apply it on my face, you kind of massage it for about 60 seconds, then you rinse it off, and your skin will feel considerably smoother and it will just look a lot tighter. I really like AmorePacific. They make some great stuff. They are a Korean skincare brand, but you can find their stuff at Sephora. In the evening, when it comes to makeup removal, I have a few different things that I do depending on my schedule. So if I get home from work and I want to work out, I will use a makeup wipe to remove my makeup, and then I will go exercise. So I know that makeup wipes are like a super polarizing thing in the beauty community. And these are the Nivea Creme Care Facial Cleansing Wipes, and they're extremely gentle. My face doesn't burn afterwards. If I exercise right after work, I will use one of these wipes, just kind of remove all my makeup before I exercise. I will do my workout, and then I will go in with my evening skincare routine. If I'm not working out that day and I'm just removing my makeup at the end of the day, I will use a micellar water. I'm not very picky about my micellar water. Whatever doesn't smell and whatever doesn't burn my eyes is great. Right now I'm using this one by L'Oreal. It's the blue one. They also have a pink one that I used in the past that I really like. Or of course the OG Bioderma. I remember before Bioderma was available in Canada, my mom's best friend lives in Paris, and I would actually get my mom to get her friend to order me like the 2-packs of the giant 500 milliliter bottles, because they used to go on sale for like 14 euro for a 2-pack. If I'm having a really heavy makeup day, I will use a cleansing oil to remove my face makeup, and this is the cleansing oil that I've been using. It's the Burt's Bees one, but I really don't like this. It feels too oily and it really stings my eyes. I can't get this anywhere near my eyes, so I just kind of maneuver it around my eyes, and it works really well at removing my face makeup, but I would rather just use a face oil that I can get into my eyes as well. Once I remove all my makeup, I will go in with a cleanser, and the cleanser I've been using at night is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. Sometimes I even just use this twice in a row if I'm too lazy to go in for a separate product for makeup removal. This is a wonderful, basic, no frills cleanser. It doesn't foam up, it doesn't dry out my skin. It just leaves my skin feeling very clean. It does leave my skin feeling a little bit tight, so if you have really sensitive dry skin, I don't think that you will like this. But if you're like normal, combination, oily, and you just want a no frills cleanser that also is a very good makeup removing cleanser, this will be your jam. I really like this. Love the packaging too. After I cleanse, I wait about 10 minutes for my skin to feel nice and dry, and then I go in with the star of the show, the Different Cream. I have the cream version. The version that's available over the counter in the United States is the gel version. From what I'm reading, the cream version is supposed to be more gentle, and it's obviously more hydrating because it's in a cream cream base. Caroline Hirons did a brilliant post about this, so I'm going to link to it below. I find that to be a great resource if you're someone that's wondering if different is the right product for you, especially if you are in the States and it's something that you can pick up for like less than $20 at CVS or Target. This is what I use at night on clean, dry skin. I only use a pea-size amount of this. Let me just take out and show you how much I use. So this is how much I use on my entire face. I just kind of dot it. Put one dot on my forehead, one dot on each cheek, one dot on my chin. And I just use a very thin, even layer of the product all over my face. Being in a cream formula, it's very easy to spread. So when you first apply this product, it doesn't sting, it doesn't smell, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, which is very misleading. The first 2-3 nights that I started using this, I was using it every night. I hadn't changed anything about my skincare routine. I kept everything the same and I just started slapping this on at night. And at first it didn't feel like anything was happening. And then after about a week, my face felt like it was about to fall off. I had never had skin so sensitive in my life. Even cleanser hurt, eye cream hurt, putting water on my face hurt. I was in so much pain. My skin was red and irritated. It looked like I had a sunburn. So that was very dumb. I had to stop doing that. I had stopped everything. I stopped using this and it just gave my skin a couple of weeks. This was like right around Christmas. And then I decided to try again with the different and to try it again properly. So I discontinued using all acids and I started just using this every 3rd night. And I just kind of slowly started incorporating it into my routine. My skin did break out a lot and I was really discouraged and I really wanted to stop using this because it got to a point where my skin looked worse with the different than my skin used to look before I started different. So I was like, what's the point? I wanted to stop using it at least twice over the course of the first 3 months of using this. So if you are at that stage in your journey, you're using this and you feel like it's not doing anything, you're still getting breakouts, your breakouts are even a little bit worse, keep going because it will get better. Eventually, I started using it every other night, and then after about 3 months, I started using it every single night. So after 3 months, my skin was feeling fine. I wasn't getting any burning or any irritations anymore. I started using it every single night, and after the 3-month mark, I really started to see a difference in my skin. My skin texture greatly improved. I used to have a ton of little bumps, just like congested areas that would never really go away no matter what I did. That has gone. I mean, obviously I still have some texture from old acne scars that I had back in the day that are like indentations that will never go away unless I do like Fraxel laser or something like that. Any texture that I would have just from under the skin bumps smoothed out, and my breakouts happened a lot less frequently. Like I mentioned, right now was probably not the best time to do this video considering I have 2 pimples on my face right now. I have one over here and they never come to a head. Before different, whenever I would break out, it would always come to a head. It would always become a whitehead. The whitehead would pop when I would be cleansing my skin, and then I would just be left with like a scab and it would take forever to heal. Now I just get these bumps, but they're not like cystic because they're not deep under the skin. They're just confused wannabe whiteheads that don't have heads. They just kind of come up to the surface, and then after a couple of days they just go back down. And I never really get more than 2 at the same time, and I get them like once a month. Before, I used to have between 5 and 7 new blemishes every single month. So I consider this a good improvement. So I've definitely noticed a tangible difference in my skin texture and in the frequency and severity of my breakout. It won't give you anti-aging results as dramatic as something like Retin-A, but it still affects the skin in a similar way. Adapalene and tretinoin are both derivatives of vitamin A. They affect the same pathway of the skin cell, but they affect the pathway in different ways. They target different receptors on the cell. So they are similar, but they are different chemical compounds. So from what I'm reading, the anti-aging effects of the 0.1% different is about on par to like the lowest concentration of retin-A that you can get, like the 0.025%, I believe. I'm going to continue using this and hopefully my skin will just continue getting better and better. Now on most nights, actually, this is where it stops. I just use the different cream all over my face and then I go to bed. This is what I do like 80% of the time. If my skin is feeling dry and it kind of needs an extra coat of moisture, I will use the Kat Burki face oil. This is the Power Radiance Trio oil. I love this. I feel like I've been talking about it for a year. This is my favorite face oil that I have tried. Love the fact that it comes with a pump. I don't like those dropper thingies, but I do give myself like 30 minutes after I apply the different. Then I go in with face oil, and sometimes I go in with a night cream on top of the face oil if my skin's feeling really dry, but it hasn't happened. The last 3 weeks, everything has been pretty good, but back when the weather was being weird, I definitely needed an extra layer of moisture. It just feels like a nice warm blanket of hydration on the skin. And at night under my eyes, I really love the Aveda Tulsara Wedding Eye Mask. I mentioned this in my last favorites video. Even though they call this an eye mask, I just use this as an eye cream. It's quite a dense cream in the pot, but it is actually really thin when you spread it around. It doesn't leave a greasy residue, and it just makes my under eye area very hydrated. It kind of helps plump up any fine lines that can occur if you're really dehydrated. Really love this, and I would highly recommend it. A little goes a long way. I've been using this every single night for the last couple of months, almost 3 months, and I've barely made a dent in it. Finally, I also wanted to give a shout out to the lip balm that I've been using every single night. I discovered this in the winter and I will never be without it. It smells so good. It smells really, really minty and fresh, and it's the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Intensive Lip Balm. This is such a beautiful, soothing, hydrating lip balm. This saved my lips in the winter and I'm still using it now. I hope that you have found my different experience helpful. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out in the comment section below. I try my best to answer every single question that I get about these things. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.